The amount of Dunkin' straw wrappers in my car, astronomical. I missed her so much. A Dunkin' after an international vacation hits so different. That tastes like home. That tastes like home. Obviously, I am back in my vehicle. I am back home. I'm back in the US. We just returned from the DR early this morning. We had a late flight, and the airport we actually initially flew out of to get to Punta Cana is a few hours away from where home actually is for all of us. So our flight arrived pretty late into the evening. So by the time we actually made the drive and got home, it was in the AM hours of this morning. So I got as much sleep in as I could. It wasn't very much, but that's okay. We'll catch back up again. I decided to just work remotely today. So I checked all of my emails. I got caught up on all of those from the bed, literally this morning. It's now about lunchtime actually, and I haven't really been hungry yet. So this is what I was craving. This is what I was feeling like. Is it probably the best thing to put in my body? Probably not, but it's day one back home, and that was what my mind was on. So we'll figure out the rest later. We got the dunks, and that was the priority. I had not a single iced coffee on that vacation. And I probably could have obtained it if I really wanted to, but they were definitely bigger on hot coffee, and they had a hot coffee machine there. So I didn't question it, and I just had my heart set on a Dunkin' as soon as I got home. Anyway, oh my gosh. Hi, hello. Welcome back to another vlog. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad you are. Today we have a big day ahead of us. Like I said, it's our first day back from a trip, so I need to do a full post-travel reset in order to have peace of mind for the coming days. As y'all saw, I started on unpacking my suitcase already and helping to unpack Hunter's suitcase as well. Besides laundry, I need to clean up our space a little bit. It's just kind of cluttered right now because it was left in a state of chaos as we were finishing packing at the last minute. I need to go grocery shopping at some point. We have no food in the house right now. I have some self-care to do. I need to get back into my element. I need to get recentered, refocused, rejuvenated, back into the flow of me time. Essentially, I need to just like unwind so that I can crank myself back up to get back to everyday life. Let's head home, get back to work, and have a productive rest of our day together. My mom put me onto this little refresher dupe. She must have seen it on TikTok or something, and it just felt like the perfect self-care drink. While I sip on this, we're going to get into some self-care rituals, much needed self-care, might I add. It might not be the best time to switch up my skincare, but I have all of these samples that I've just had sitting around that need to get used. I have some exfoliating patches, a little mask, a moisturizer, and then some under eye patches. I figured we could get into that and then also just kind of have some girl time together. Starting strong with one of these little exfoliator pads just to help with any dead skin buildup and clogged pores. Next, we're gonna do this Kiehl's Calendula and Aloe Soothing Hydration Mask. This is perfect for a post-vacay skincare routine. I'm just gonna grab the texture, please, and just rub this on, I guess. This just says I need to leave it on for 5 minutes and then rinse it right off. I mean, I guess this just kind of feels like the same texture as aloe. Now that I've got this on, let's get to chatting. I was watching one of Lindsay Ray's most recent videos, and she was talking about how it had never really occurred to her how her younger self would feel about where she is now. And she was just discussing how proud she feels like her younger self would be of her present self. And as soon as she said that, I was like, you know what? I've never even thought about that either. Have y'all thought about that at all? Because when you put it into perspective that way, I feel like you just really start to realize and acknowledge the true growth that you've had and all of the things you've overcome. Like, we're always gonna have struggles. For me, my biggest one right now is my health and managing my weight and getting back down to a healthy weight. That's been a huge goal of mine that I've been working with God to pursue. But in the grand scheme of things, when you look at the big picture, that is such a small, minute detail, a small failure, a small imperfection in my life. My younger self would probably not even acknowledge my weight gain, but would probably find so much joy and happiness and celebration in the fact that my relationship with myself and my body and my health and food has evolved so much through the Lord. My faith is stronger than it's ever been. I am working literally my dream job that could not get any better. I'm with the man of my dreams in such a strong, healthy, mature relationship. I am so much more mature and at peace with myself. My character and personality has blossomed. And honestly, in thinking about what Lindsay said and in thinking about how my younger self would feel about where I am right now, I kind of realized that I don't really talk to y'all very much about any of my experiences that basically occurred anytime before college. I feel like I talk from college and up, but I never share my past with a lot of you. And I think a big reason for that is because I am not super thrilled with my past. I'm not super confident in it, but it makes me who I am. And I think I get caught up in the fact that I love who I am now. So why would I share who I was before Christ? You know what I mean? Probably my biggest regret growing up, especially in high school, was my relationships with men. In high school, I was the girl that was like talking to every boy. My Snapchat app, the amount of messages would be like exceeding 100 on a daily basis. I was very much quantity focused over quality focused. My standards in men were atrocious, I won't lie to you. And I just did not have self-respect for myself. I didn't know Jesus. I didn't respect my body in the way that I do now. And honestly, it wasn't even just like the relationships I was in that I regret. It was also just my general treatment of men. I kicked off my dating experience with a really terrible relationship. So after that relationship ended, I kind of just went cold. And I was like, you know what? Screw everything. I don't want a serious relationship. This is dumb. And so I would just go from guy to guy to guy, not necessarily like in a sexual way. I'm not saying that, but I didn't have the same consideration for other people's feelings that I did prior to that bad relationship. I still think about these people to this day because I just feel so bad for the way that I did them so wrong. I was just like kicking people to the curb repeatedly, and I hate that I did that. Even when Hunter and I started to date, I was not a very good partner. I was continuing to just treat men this type of way because I was like, well, you're just gonna screw me over in the end anyways. There's a lot of pent up mistrust, distrust towards men as a whole. So we're getting real deep on here. I did not expect to be sharing with you like all of the deets. I was totally not planning to spill that much. All right, but I feel like it's about time. I've been on this platform long enough. It's time to start getting personal. It's time to start, just being girls. I'm gonna start winding down for the night. I think I'm gonna do some reading, maybe a Bible study, maybe I'll just read some fiction. I'm not really sure, I haven't decided yet. If I don't read my Bible tonight, it will be first thing tomorrow morning, but we'll see. Thanks for hanging and chatting with me. And thank you in general for just being here for today's video. I hope y'all enjoyed. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're doing so well right now. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to have you stay, and I'll see you very soon in the next one.